I'm on my way to be the first to 100% every Papa Louie game ever existed, which is total of 20 games. Last time I 100%ed Papa Louie when pizzas attack, and this time we will look on Papa Louie 2 when burgers attack. To 100% the game we need to save 28 customers, kill 33 types of monsters, get 50 warp keys and get overall 48 badges. I'm Custom and this is 100% of Papa Louie 2 when burgers attack. Before we start, I want to thank you so much for the amazing feedback on the previous video. I really appreciate it a lot, so once again, thank you very much. And now, let's get into it. Right at the beginning, I created a profile and chose a character called Marty. The story shows that Marty and Rita are opening Papa's Burgeria, where it's free burger day. Soon after, a mysterious customer appears, throws a warp key into our tip jar and opens a portal to another dimension. We also see that it's this reddish guy and his minions, including the boss we killed in the previous video and the burgers. The portal sucks in all the customers along with us, and that's how we end up in the first level. Right away you can notice the graphical upgrade and overall overhaul. The game introduces a lot of new features like the baddies menu, where we can see all enemy types and how many we've defeated. There are also badges, which are basically achievements where you need to complete specific tasks, like defeating a certain number of enemies, completing levels with different customers, buying all outfit styles for customers, and so on. As I said, the graphical difference compared to the first game is very noticeable, and overall this sequel is much bigger and better. At the bottom of the screen we can see how many lives we have, the level timer, our score, and then 3 main objectives: how many coins we collect, how many Burgerzillas we defeat, and how many special items we get, in this case red coins. Not everything can be collected with a single customer, because some things require a customer with a specific skill, but I'll explain that later. This first level mainly shows the basics and the controls. Each level is divided into 4 sections, and after completing each section a checkpoint appears. For combat we can jump on most enemies to stun them and then defeat them easily. The levels aren't fully linear either, we can take detours to collect extra items. Each time we hit a Burgerzilla, one layer of food falls off until there's nothing left. We can also slide downhill by pressing the down arrow. In every level there are 6 warp keys to collect. These usually involve rescuing 3 customers, collecting a specific item, defeating all Burgerzillas, and collecting 100 coins. Again, not everything can be done with one customer. For example, to rescue certain customers we need a ground pound skill, and to collect 100 coins in this level we need a customer with the gliding skill. I defeated a few onions, rescued Prudence, and finished the first level. Okay, rescued Prudence. I wanted to test if replaying the level and collecting coins again would count, so I collected another 61 coins. Finished the level and confirmed that it does count. So, did I get... Oh yes, I got more coins, so I can get more coins like that. Haha, that's good. That's when I found out that each customer has 2 additional outfit styles, one costing 90 coins and another costing 120 coins. I bought one outfit for Marty and unlocked my first badge, new threats, for buying my first outfit style. Oh, and I got buy a new outfit style for a customer. I'm not a customer, bro. I'm not a customer. I immediately tested a new outfit and jumped into the second level. Just like in the first game, there are ladders. This level has 11 Burgerzillas, which is quite a lot. There are coins here too, but I can't reach them yet because I need a customer with a crawling skill, which I don't have at this point, so I had to move on. In the first section I found 2 flowers, defeated 1 Burgerzilla and collected 8 coins. Compared to the pizzas in the first game, Burgerzillas are much easier to defeat because they only jump, making their movement predictable. The third flower was a bit tricky to reach, but nothing too bad. There are also balloons you can jump on to progress, but you need to land carefully or you'll fall down. At least there's a Burgerzilla waiting down there. We also encounter flying enemies for the first time, which can also be stunned. And a new enemy? Oh my god! Oh, okay. Unfortunately, something unexpected happened and I died for the first time. Snap. No way. No way. And I'm dead? Luckily, I didn't have to restart the entire level, I respawned at the last checkpoint. I got back to the same spot, played more carefully and continued. Yes. Nice. Okay. So I got this part. The next section started interestingly. I had to defeat some onions and then jump up using balloons, with enemies on the sides. I struggled a bit and was down to my last heart. Oh my Jesus. Oh no. But then came an insane slide, probably the most satisfying slide in the entire game. Whoa! Okay, that was a really good slide. Here you can see sand blocks that can be destroyed using the ground pound skill, but first I need to rescue a customer who has that skill. I defeated 2 Burgerzillas and rescued Big Paulie, who has the ground pound skill. There is end of the level. Bam! Rescue Big Paulie. I immediately selected him and replayed the first level. I made it to the end where the sand blocks were and used the skill right away. Oh yes, here. Oh, finally! I defeated all Burgerzillas, earned another warp key and found another customer to rescue. Nice! Defeated all Burgerzillas. Here I can save this guy. However, I got curious about what was on the other side and continued, thinking the level continued downward. But it didn't and I died. Oh no, and I died. I didn't want to risk it again, so I rescued the customer and earned the jailbreak badge for unlocking 5 customers, as well as another badge for earning 5 warp keys. Yes! Jailbreak, unlock 5 customers, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Earn 5 warp keys, that's good, and I need 50 of them. Oh no, and Taylor is unlocked. I bought another outfit for Marty and moved onto the level 3. As you can see, this level looks completely different from the previous ones. I opened the gate, another new feature, and continued through the level. Aside from 2 silly mistakes, the level was fairly easy. Yeah. What? I thought that I killed all of them. I realized that every challenge requires a specific skill, and in the later levels every single objective will need one. I wasn't paying attention and died again. No way. Oh my god, and I'm dead. I checked the badge list to see what else I could unlock, and one of the easier ones was defeating 40 Burgerzillas as Marty, so I started using him a lot more. I reached the spot where I previously died and continued into a new area. There are moving balloons here, but I first checked what was below. Yes, there is Burgerzilla. Thankfully I did, because there were 3 Burgerzillas which helped with my badge progress. In the next area I made a huge mistake. No, oh my Jesus. But the second time I was more careful. A new enemy type appeared, pickle enemies that move along walls. I defeated another Burgerzilla and rescued a new customer called Boomer. Okay, I need balloons for that, but I rescued Boomer. Here you can see that I can only rescue 1 customer without skill. Everything else requires special skill. Boomer has a gliding skill, which is extremely useful. During gameplay I kept mentioning that certain coins were impossible to reach without gliding, and this is exactly why. I bought an outfit for Boomer and then switched back to Big Paulie to rescue the last customer in this level. I returned to the sand block area, cleared the path with ground pound and finally rescued the final customer. Yes, and there is last customer, bam, rescued Clover. I bought Boomer's last outfit, which didn't look very different from the default, so I used the black one. You can use gliding by jumping and pressing the up key, which lifts you slightly and lets you glide. Boomer's weapon is the Roman candle, which is very strong thanks to its high fire rate. After that I focused on collecting all coins and red coins. At first gliding controls were difficult. I thought that I could only glide in one direction, but you can actually move freely. Oh, okay, so I can glide perfectly. Boomer's weapon stuns enemies first and then kills them, which is great for 2 badges that require stunning 100 and 250 enemies, but I'll deal with that later. I unlocked the tomato juicer badge for defeating 100 tomato enemies. In the next area I collected everything possible and moved on. After a while I completed the challenge for collecting 100 coins and 5 red coins. Collected 100 coins, perfect. And this, and bam, found all Papa coins. Let's go. That meant the first level was fully complete and I no longer needed to replay it to progress. In the second level I used Big Polly again, bought him an outfit and focused on 2 challenges: rescuing a customer and defeating all 11 Burgerzillas. The level went smoothly, I played carefully to avoid getting hit, so progress was slow but safe. This time I found a flower I missed before. Oh, 4th. Perfect. At the end of the level, since I had the ground pound skill, I went back to an area I hadn't explored. I reached the balloon section again but missed the jump. I had to look up a video to find the last flower, which unlocked another badge. Warp key roundup for earning 10 warp keys. Okay, guys, I had to look it up. And the last daisy is right here. Bam! Earn 10 warp keys. Let's go! I went back to defeating Burgerzillas. The last one included another rescued customer. In a single round I earned 3 warp keys. Defeated all Burgerzillas. Oh, are you kidding? Whoa! And 2, and there is another, and rescue Mindy. Okay, Mindy is rescued. Challenge complete. Before level 4, I bought another outfit for Big Polly and now he finally looks like a gentleman. I switched back to Marty. Remember this carefully. Alright, I got 2. And 23 Burgerzillas. Okay, 23. 17 Burgerzilla kills as Marty and 40 Burgerzilla kills as Rita. I also unlocked the Onion Ringer badge for defeating 150 onion enemies. Defeat 150 onions, let's go, another challenge complete. You may notice these berry-like platforms that collapse after standing on them, they act as temporary platforms. One pickle enemy almost punished me hard here. No, ah! What? We also encountered sandwich enemies for the first time. Checkpoint and first time I see sandwiches. Unfortunately, I couldn't progress further because I don't have a customer with a pushing skill which is required. We'll come back to that later. Of course, this section wasn't without my usual fails. Oh my god. New enemy types appeared. Pickles that hang from the ceiling and wait for you to pass underneath. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. It is an enemy. I wanted to make progress on the stunning badges, but I only had 39 out of 250 stuns. I wondered if I could cheese it by stunning the same enemy repeatedly, but the devs thought of that, so it doesn't work. I'll have to stun 250 different enemies. Yep, still I got 39. So I have to stomp on 250 different enemies. So after that I tried to stomp on as many enemies as possible, but right from the start it really wasn't going well. Eventually we reached this area where we fight boss we already defeated in the first game, but that's fine. Oh no! So we are playing against boss? I have to say, this version of the boss was much easier. I landed the first hit while he was only throwing pepper bombs. Then he started rolling on the ground, which was very easy to avoid. I just had to jump over him. After another hit, he started bouncing, which was a bit harder to dodge, but overall this fight was much easier than in the first game. In the end, I managed to defeat him and rescue another customer, Giorgito, who has crawling as his special skill. Here's some new movements, and it is just harder to kill, and yes! Thank God, thank God. Whew, okay. And I can easily continue. Let's go. Rescued Giorgito. Perfect. Perfect. Giorgito is rescued. Thanks to that, I went back to level 2, using Boomer to rescue another customer and Giorgito to collect 100 coins, fully completing this level. During the level, I also kept working on my stomping badge. I rescued Akari and unlocked another badge for unlocking 10 customers. Bam! Rescuer unlocked 10 customers and another customer is saved, which is Akari. Let's go. Akari is saved. Next, I selected Giorgito to get the final warp key in this level and try to understand how the crawling skill works. Eventually, the game explained that customers with this skill automatically crawl when you're near a small gap. This skill lets you sweep into small... Oh! So I don't have to use anything. After it, I just had to collect all the coins. Some of them were very well hidden and others I already knew about because I had seen them before, but couldn't reach them earlier. I earned another badge, Slider Collider, for defeating 50 burger sliders. Defeat 50 burger sliders, let's go. Oh yes, 100! And right after that I collected 100 coins and earned the final warp key in this level. I also discovered that I need to collect 300 coins as Giorgito, which should be pretty easy since I already had 125 coins collected. I finished the level and moved on to the level 5. Before that I bought another outfit for Giorgito, which honestly looked really good. Once again we're in a completely new environment. Every 2 levels take place in a different area, as you can see on the map. Right at the start of the level I made a few mistakes and was down to just 1 heart. New enemies appeared like flying enemies and these cheese swingers. I couldn't believe it, but it actually happened. Yes, a sandwich killed me. No way. No way! Then I accidentally pressed the slide button and died again. Oh no. Oh my Jesus, I really... Okay. After that I stayed focused and kept going. Another checkpoint and more mushroom enemies. Not long after I unlocked another badge, Super Stomper, for stomping on 100 enemies. Oh yes, checkpoint. Let's go. And I got full health, bro. Stun, stomp and stun 100 enemies. Okay, 100 enemies only. And finally rescued another customer. This time it was Scooter, who has the double jump skill. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Rescued Scooter. Okay, Scooter, let's go. I checked which badges I could unlock next and found 2. Lookout Below and Demolition. Both can be earned with Big Paulie. The first one requires defeating 50 enemies using Ground Pound and the second requires breaking 100 sand blocks using Ground Pound. Since I was already more than halfway done with both, I went back to level 1 to finish them. I unlocked Lookout Below near the end of the level by the first cage and Demolition right at the very end near the last cage. That brought my total to 11 out of 48 badges. Before level 6 I bought the final outfit for Rita and unlocked another badge, Change of Clothes, for buying 10 outfits for customers. I also bought an outfit for Prudence and then entered the level as Marty. This level has a lot of cheese. There are also cheese cannons. When they hit you they glue you in place, just like pizzas in the first game. The pickle enemies surprised me again, and there were even new types of pickle enemies. It looks like this level is full of pickle and cheese enemies. Luckily, I reached a checkpoint and unlocked another badge, Burger Breaker, for defeating 75 Burgerzillas. Okay, another Burgerzilla. Oh yes, defeat 75 Burgerzillas. Then another new enemy appeared, the Pepperjack. It's extremely fast and very annoying, much more than I expected. Yo! New enemy. I reached the next section, got a checkpoint, and what happened next was insane. This part is absolutely terrible. I had to cross this huge gap using balloons. I finally reached a platform with 1 Pepperjack and a few coins, and then this happened. No. I checked how many Burgerzillas I still needed to defeat a Smarty, and exactly 2. I made it back to the same spot, but I panicked and didn't expect the balloon to fall the moment I landed on it, so I fell again. No. On the next attempt, I waited for the next balloon to get closer and jumped quickly, and that worked. But not long after, I fell again. That was attempt number 4. On the 5th attempt, I was extremely careful and didn't rush anything, and I finally made it. If you're paying close attention, you might notice the game sometimes stutters like it's running at lower FPS. Don't worry though, I fixed that later in the video. Another new enemy appears here, shooting mushrooms. Yo! I kept moving forward, and near the end I slid over sandwiches, defeated a few pickles, and right before the finish I unlocked the When Burgers Attack badge. And I think this should be last Burgerzilla for challenge. Oh yes, defeat 40 Burgerzillas as Marty. James with a new skill, pushing rocks, which we don't have yet. This opens up a lot of new possibilities for collecting warp keys. I considered finishing level 3 first, but instead I focused on a badge that requires defeating 40 burger sliders. This is the moment I mentioned earlier. I mixed up the requirements for Rita's badge because I thought I had to defeat 40 Burgerzillas. I realized the mistake later, and you'll definitely see my reaction. As always, a new level means a new location. In this level there are sauce pools that slowly pull you in. Honestly, I don't know what happens if they fully consume you, because it never happened to me. The first area was pretty easy since it didn't introduce anything new, but that changed in the second area. Here we get a new bacon enemy type. Normal attacks don't work on them. First you have to jump on their head to flatten them, and only then you can attack. Just one of these bacon enemies took 2 hearts from me. Then a pickle hit me and took my last heart, and I died. Come on. On the second attempt, I knew what to expect and played much more carefully. Overall, the level felt manageable as long as I paid attention. I reached the next section with the new radish enemies. I stayed cautious, so nothing really stopped my progress. Here, I had to wait for the bacon enemy to pass, crawl in, then pop out once it moved to the other side, and repeat it for the second bacon. Another checkpoint and more new enemies. Spiked mushrooms. If you jump on them, they damage you, so you have to avoid landing on them. There was another slide section with pepper jacks. Oh, what a slide. Whoa! Lots of ladders and radishes. At the top, 2 Burgerzillas were waiting. After that, more spiked mushrooms and bacons, which were actually pretty easy to defeat. Then it was just pickles, Burgerzilla and a radish, and that was it. I rescued another customer, Ninjoy, who has the wall jumping skill. I have to say Ninjoy. Okay, Ninjoy is saved. At this point I had every type of skill in the game, meaning I could now collect every warp key in every level. Before level 8 I bought outfits for Prudence and Taylor. Level 8 started off pretty tough, because I had to be very careful jumping across these berry platforms. Luckily that was only at the start. After that I defeated onions, radishes, a Burgerzilla and a spiked mushroom. I used balloons to climb higher where 2 Burgerzillas were waiting. I reached the very top and completed the area. Another new enemy appeared, flying shooters. They're mostly fine, but there were moments where they were really annoying. Then a giant sandwich appeared and I defeated it by sliding, which was extremely satisfying. Let's go, slide. Oh, nice. That was cool. That was really cool. I reached this section where a platform betrayed me and I died. What? I had to replay almost the entire section again, and because of that I rushed and died. Oh... I really died like that? And then died again. No. Eventually I made it past that horrible section, got through the radishes and reached another checkpoint. A new bacon enemy appeared that splits into 3 smaller pieces when you jump on it. I was almost at the end when I unlocked the Pickle Pro badge for defeating 100 pickle enemies. Oh yes, defeat 100 dill enemies. Let's go. Unfortunately, right after that, I defeated a Burgerzilla with a radish and the first bow mushroom. I was back at the very start of this section and died again. I have no words. I have no words for this. Luckily, on the next attempt, I reached the same area. I defeated bow mushrooms and the rest on top. No way. Oh, thank you. I noticed some coins and tried to carefully grab at least one, but failed and fell almost all the way back to the start. As quickly as possible. No. 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 Still, I made a lot of progress and unlocked the Slip and Slide badge for defeating 100 enemies by sliding down hills. Yes, defeat 100 enemies by sliding down hills. I finally reached another checkpoint and quickly got through this section, eventually rescuing another customer, Sarge Fan. Oh, thank God. Rescue Sarge Fan. Then I got this message. Yes, to continue I needed at least 24 warp keys, which I didn't have. So I went back to level 3 to collect the remaining warp keys. First, I decided to collect 100 coins using Scooter and I bought her an outfit. I immediately got a taste of how powerful the double jump really is. Okay, jump again. Oh. There wasn't much interesting here, I didn't want to miss any coins, so I watched a video to see where all the coins were. After a while I collected all the coins and earned the warp key. Okay. Bam. Thank you, collected the 100 coins. Bam, let's go. Next, I picked Boomer to rescue another customer and defeat every Burgerzilla in the level. During that run, I noticed that Boomer's Roman candle weapon stuns enemies and I wondered if that counts toward the stunt badge. 144. Okay. Okay. So guys, this will be pretty easy. And with my luck, it does. That makes the badge much easier, since I can just keep shooting enemies and slowly build up the count. I rescued Kahuna, which required taking a hidden path, but I managed it anyway. Okay, I rescued Kahuna. Because of that, I had to replay the level again, this time to defeat all Burgerzillas. After a short while, one Burgerzilla was very well hidden, and honestly, without a video, I would have been completely stuck. The final Burgerzilla was easy to defeat. Here, yes, defeated all Burgerzillas. Thank you. Next up was a rescue mission for another customer, so I played as Giorgito because of his crawling skill. During the level I earned another badge, Lettuce Chopper, for defeating 100 Lark enemies. Defeat 100 Lark enemies, let's go! After crawling through these narrow gaps I rescued Professor Fitz. And there is it. There is Professor Fitz. The last remaining objective was to find 5 golden helmets, so I switched to Big Polly. None of the helmets were particularly well hidden, so this part was pretty relaxed. The only slightly tricky part was opening the gate to get the 4th helmet. The 5th and final helmet was right at the very end, which gave me another warp key and fully completed level 3. That unlocked the final mission, which required 24 warp keys. The mission where we rescue Papa Louie. Oh! There is Papa. Okay. I picked Rita, not knowing this level would be one massive boss fight against the Radish Doctor. At first, I had no idea what to do, because every time I attacked him, he just hit. Okay. Yo. Yo. After a while, I realized I had to jump on him to stun him, and only then I could attack. I thought it was the entire boss fight, but it turned out to be only the 1st phase. Okay. I thought that was it. As soon as he flew away, I had to rush upward while spikes chased me all over the map. Unfortunately, I failed on my first attempt. Tomato. Oh my god, this is the stupid radish. No way. No! Ah! So instead I switched from Rita to Boomer and it went much better. Well, maybe not that better. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Eventually I made it all the way to the top and reached the second phase of the boss fight. In this phase, the boss constantly flew around and shot sauces at me. Whenever he fired a yellow sauce and I hit it, the sauce bounced straight back into the boss, knocking him down. That gave me a chance to stun him again and attack. This sequence repeated one more time, and that was the entire boss fight. Okay, there is this yellow one. Nice, thank you. Okay, I can continue, let's go. Thanks to that, I rescued Papa Louie and officially completed the game. Here you can see how many customers are still left to rescue and what remains unfinished. Since I want to 100% this game, it was time to keep going. A secret level also unlocked, which requires all 50 warp keys. I can already tell you now that level is absolutely insane, but we'll get to that later. At this point, we still had exactly 30 badges left to finish the game, so let's get to work. Next, I worked on collecting 300 coins as Giorgito. During that process, I earned another badge, Party Crasher, for defeating 100 party subs. Please? Yes, defeat 100 party subs. Perfect, Party Crasher. Not long after, I also unlocked money bags for collecting 300 coins as Giorgito. Yes, collect 300 coins as Giorgito. Let's go. Some badges were really easy. You would get them just by playing naturally, but others were much harder and honestly haunted me for a long time. After that, I defeated all Burgerzillas and earned another warp key, beat Sarge, and completed the level. I bought the beach outfit for Papa Louie and chose James for the 100 coin challenge. After almost 7 minutes, I finally collected all 100 coins, earned another warp key, and unlocked another badge for completing levels with 7 different customers. Yes, thank you. Complete levels using 7 different customers. Okay. That's when I realized I needed to complete missions with every single customer. For the next warp key, finding 5 purple coins, I chose Kahuna. Once again, the coins weren't very well hidden, so I could move through the map without much trouble until I spotted sand blocks hiding the purple coins. There was a small trick at the end. I only needed to break the middle and final sandbox. The first one contained nothing and would have just thrown me further into the map and wasted my time. After finding all the coins, I saw Sarge coins on the screen and unlocked another badge, Casual Collector, for finding all collectible items in 4 areas. Yes, found all Sarge coins. Let's go. Find all of the collectible items in 4 areas. Let's go. Okay, perfect. Unfortunately, the Sarge boss defeated me, but I realized I could switch to a different customer, Scooter, and rescue the final customer in this level. So that's exactly what I did. The last customer was right up here, and Yippee was rescued. Rescued Yippee. Alrighty. This is where I made a mistake I mentioned earlier. I thought that as Rita I needed to defeat 40 Burgerzillas just like Marty. After finishing the level, I checked my progress and finally realized I was completely wrong. I didn't need 40 Burgerzillas, but 40 Burger Sliders instead. Oh my Jesus, I'm so blind. It's Burger Sliders, not Burgerzillas. Oh my god. After looking it up online, I found that the best method was in level 2. So I loaded it up and waited until I unlocked the badge. After a while it finally happened, the Mini Burgers badge was mine. Yes, defeat 40 Burger Sliders as Rita. At that point I had 551 coins, so I bought more outfits and unlocked the clothes shopping badge for buying 20 outfits. Then I moved on to level 5, where I focused on rescuing customers first and collecting collectibles afterward. As Scooter, I rescued Kingsley first, which unlocked another badge, unlocked, for rescuing 20 customers. Bam! And there it is. Let's go. Unlock 20 customers. Let's go. And Kingsley is unlocked. With James, I rescued another customer named Connor. After that, I worked on collecting all warp keys in this level. Using Kingsley, I found all the gummy worms. Before finishing that, I noticed a fun badge I could unlock, defeating Sarge using the Sarge fan customer. So I went for it immediately. I have to say, Sarge fan's weapon was insane. Gummy onions that deal low damage and act like bombs. The only advantage was how spammable they were. And when I say low damage, just look at this. Instead of one hit, I needed 4 hits with gummy onions. That's crazy. Okay. What? No way. How many of bombs I have to hit? 4? You're kidding, right? Still, I got lucky and defeated Sarge on my first attempt, earning the Onionception badge. Yes! Defeat Sarge with Sarge fan, let's go. Next, I picked Professor Fitz to defeat 8 Burgerzillas for the warp key in level 5. Honestly, this weapon drove me insane. The only advantage is that when I throw the flask, 3 projectiles come out and deal damage as well. Either way, I defeated all the Burgerzillas and earned another warp key. Oh, yes. And the last Burgerzilla, perfect, defeated all Burgerzillas, challenge completed. Oh, yo, are you kidding? After that, I chose Ninjoy to collect 100 coins. During that run, I unlocked the Mushroom Masher badge for defeating 100 shroom enemies. Oh, thank you, defeat 100 shroom enemies. Not long after, I collected all 100 coins and level 5 was fully completed. I moved on to level 6 and continued rescuing more customers. First, I rescued Greg. Then I noticed there were a lot of pickle enemies in this level, and one badge requires defeating 50 pickle enemies as Prudence. So I selected her, and while working on that, I unlocked Cheese Champ badge for defeating 100 cheese enemies. Defeat 100 cheese enemies. Oh, yes! I kept playing as Prudence until I unlocked the Namesake badge. Yes! Defeat 50 pickle enemies as Prudence. After that, I bought an outfit for Ninjoy and earned the expanded wardrobe badge for buying 30 outfits. I chose Yippee for another rescue mission, and finally unlocked Can't Stop Stomping for stomping and stunning 250 enemies. Are these guys? Yes, stomp and stun 250 enemies. I have to admit, I really cursed myself for choosing Yippee to rescue in level 8. Luckily, after a lot of suffering, I managed to do it. Before that, I defeated 100 radish enemies and earned the Garden Variety badge. Oh yes, defeat 100 radish enemies. Let's go. At least something is going my way. Rescuing Zoe also unlocked Helping Hand for completing levels with 14 different customers. Complete levels using 14 different customers. Perfect, that's cool as well. I knew I needed the Pro Skater badge, which requires defeating 100 enemies by sliding on Scooter's skateboard. So I chose level 7, where you need a double jump customer to collect 100 coins, letting me work on warp keys at the same time. Before that, I also unlocked Bacon Basher badge for defeating 100 bacon enemies. Defeat 100 bacon enemies. Oh, let's go. After some time, I finally earned the Pro Skater badge. Yes! Defeat 100 enemies by sliding on Scooter's skateboard. and then long drought followed. I didn't unlock a single badge for 2 full hours. However, during that time I made massive progress on warp keys. In level 6 I defeated all Burgerzillas, found all balloons, rescued Captain Cory and collected 100 coins, fully completing the level. Level 7 followed the same process. First I rescued Penny, who has the wall jumping skill that I needed for another rescue and an earlier badge. I have to say Penny and her blueberry shooter are extremely OP. Insane attack speed and forward shooting make it an incredibly combo. I finished the level and rescued Peggy, then found 5 Physicans that were very well hidden. Next, as Captain Cory, I defeated all 13 Burgerzillas. Finally, I chose Connor for the 100 coin challenge, a decision that would haunt me for a long time because his basketball weapon is absolutely terrible. No. Did I really? Oh my god. Of course, I died several times, but after more than 20 minutes of suffering, I finally collected all 100 coins and could move on to the final level. Please. Bam. Yes. Oh, thank you, finally. Now, just last thing to do. I first chose Penny for rescuing. During that run, I ended my 2-hour badge drought by unlocking Awesome Sauce for defeating 30 Awesome Saucers. Then I rescued Rico. Oh yes! Defeat 30 Awesome Saucers. Yes! Oh, finally. Rescued Rico. Let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The last remaining task was finding 5 reddish coins, which were once again very well hidden. I had to rely on sauces much more often. And bam! Nice. Perfect, found all reddish coins. Let's go and find all of the collectible items in 8 areas. Let's go. So we got another badge. That's cool. After finding all of them, I earned another badge, Expert Collector, for finding all collectible items in 8 areas. At this point, I only had 2 warp keys left. I bought more outfits and unlocked the Clothing Variety badge for buying 40 outfits. Next, I chose Peggy for the Burgerzillas and Boomer for collecting 100 coins. Once I finished that, I also earned the Keymaster badge for collecting 50 warp keys. Yes. Nice, earn 50 warp keys. Oh yes, guys, I forgot about that. And challenge completed, and the mission is completed as well. After that, I was curious whether I could get the rescue squad and team effort badges from the very first level, so I tried completing the first level as Taylor. And that's it. Oh yes, complete levels using 21 different customers. And it counts, so that's perfect for me. And once I got the Rescue Squad badge, I realized I could easily take advantage of this. I selected all the customers I hadn't played with yet and replayed the first level with them, which allowed me to progress through these badges. Next, I went for the Mad Scientist badge, which required defeating Radley Maddish using Professor Fitz. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this badge gave me massive trouble. I absolutely struggled with it. Luckily, the part where I had to climb up as fast as possible wasn't that hard thanks to the gliding skill, but the second phase of the boss fight was incredibly difficult for me. No. What? The Burgerzilla just jumped up. Oh my god, okay, I'm starting to be pissed. Oh yes. Oh my god, the yellow killed me. Oh my god, I could have won. But I am really... After more than 30 minutes of suffering, I finally managed to defeat the boss. Please. Oh my god, thank you. Like, oh yes, defeat Radley Maddish with Professor Fitz. At this point, the final screen was starting to fill up, but I was still missing one customer. After that came some easier badges, like defeating 60 tomatoes as Greg, which I did in the first level. Then I had to defeat 30 pepperjacks as Ninja, which was a bit more time consuming. However, I found a cheesy method where I positioned myself in a specific area, quickly defeated pepperjacks, then intentionally died so I could respawn at the nearby checkpoint. I repeated this until I earned the hand-to-hand combat badge. Let's go. Yes, defeat 30 pepperjacks as Ninja. Let's go, guys. Next was the Mustache Monopoly badge, where I had to defeat 30 Cheddar Max as Papa Louie. After some time and a few small mistakes, I managed to get it. I hate cheese. But only in this game. Yes. Bam! Let's go. Defeat 30 Cheddar Max as Papa Louie. Let's go, guys. Then came level X, which is absolutely crazy, and honestly, I don't have much to say about it. I'm curious what this level would look like. Whoa! Okay, so I didn't expect that. Everything is rainbow colored and it felt like a combination of all levels put together. This level was extremely long, but luckily with Papa Louie and his gliding skill it was manageable. In the end, I rescued the final customer, Cassandra, and unlocked the full roster badge for unlocking all customers. Okay, and the game starts lagging a bit. Oh, nice, guys! Finally! Oh yes! Last customer, full roster. Unlock all of the customers. Let's go. Let's go. I immediately bought both of her outfits and earned the full wardrobe badge for buying all available outfits. I have to say, Cassandra is extremely powerful. She has the gliding skill, which I personally think is the best one, and her weapon, the X wand, is incredibly OP. So I replayed level X as Cassandra because I needed to complete the level with her to earn the Back for More badge, as well as the Team Effort badge for completing levels using all customers. Let's jump here and bam. Okay, guys. Yeah, I got it. Team Effort, complete levels using all of the customers. Yes. And bam, Back for More, complete the X Zone as Cassandra. Ooh, let's go. At the very end, I also wanted to defeat the Radley Madish boss fight as Cassandra to see the final screen with all characters unlocked. And here it is. Yes, there it is, and also there it's the Cassandra is there. The end, thanks for playing. And with that I completed another Papa Louie title. This time Papa Louie 2, when Burger's attack is officially conquered. Let me know in the comments which Papa Louie game you want to see next. So, ladies and gentlemen, this video has come to an end. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This video took me an incredibly long time to make, so please consider subscribing. It helps me a lot to make more videos. Thank you so much to everyone who watched all the way to the end. If you want to check out another video you might enjoy, feel free to click on this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you there.